Alright, okay, so today I'm going to talk about the GT sensor, and this is, I think, the elite version where the front triangle is carbon and the rear is aluminum. On here I've got the older Pike with the newer stickers, Eastern handlebar, turbine stem, Magura's MT4 and 5s, and I've got the Raceface Next SL, I've got the Sunrace 12 speed, I've got the GX rear D as well, Brand X dropper post, and your SDG Fly, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Gravity? I can't remember the name, but that's the one I've got. And these are stock from the GT itself. I'm gonna couple with a Raceface dropper, and to make things nicer as well, I've decided to go with titanium spokes. If you can see, there are only two that are titanium spokes, and then the rest are all your black Mapims or Sapims, if I'm not wrong. And these are Taiwanese hubs, move hubs. In Indonesia they're called Jurassic. They're quite noisy, quite loud, and the discs are, I think, your Avids 180 front and back with titanium bolts as well, and coupled with a Chris King BB, threaded of course. And this is how the bike looks. Alright, okay, so basically what I like about the bike is that it's reasonably light. So what you see, the whole setup over here weighs at a meager 13.6 kilos, and I think for a bicycle that has carbon fiber and aluminum, I think it's quite light, if you ask me. And the good thing about this bike as well is that it's very rare here in Singapore. Not many people are using GT. I think most probably due to the fact that the distributor is no longer around. And I got this from the UK, if I'm not wrong, and they imported it here into Singapore, and the delivery charges was about 300 quid, and the GST was still chargeable as well. And what's the other thing I like about this bike? To be honest, it's not fantastic, neither is it crap. It's really a very average bike. So personally, I've had the Trek Remedy Alu, I think it was the 8 series, if I'm not wrong. That one I liked it for an aluminum bike. I think that one was pretty darn nice, very light as well overall, and I like that one, and as much as I like this, and that is to say that this is rather a safe bike. So going up, it does what it needs to do, but it's a bit painful. Pointed downwards, it also does what it needs to do, plus a little bit more. It goes a bit rowdy, and maybe due to the fact that I am coupling it with the Panaracer Fires 29er Pro, so these are front and back for me, and I'm trying these because I got them really cheap. So I'm just trying them for fun, and to be honest, I think they're quite alright. Maybe the only drawback is that it can be a bit soft. As you see, the stubs over here are reasonably worn, and I have not really 100% used this tires to its very max, but it has somewhat gone down in its knobs. However, the front side is still good and steady, a lot of life left to it. But yeah, so sorry, but with regards to the fork, I am coupling this with a 150mm front, and the rear is a 130. So it's actually a long travel trail bike, if I say so. But given the opportunity to buy other products, other bikes, this will not be my first choice. It is nice, but it can do with a bit more engineering of sorts with regards to the rear travel or the overall balance of the bike. Safe bike, nice to use, but it's time to go. I like this bike, and reasonably enough to ride on it for a bit now. It's about 4 months, and out of 10, if you ask me, with my setup and the movement of the rear suspension and all that jazz, I give it not more than a 6.5 out of 10.